Hey guys, I'm Ito from Retroware TV, here with a new show called Sold Separately. Sold Separately is a show where we will showcase accessories that you had to buy in addition to the video games. Some of them are fairly old, some of them might be fairly new. Well, let's take a look at our first product. This behemoth is the Roland Rocker. Basically, it was a NES balance board, if you will, that would replace the D-pad on your controller. You'd stand on it, go left and right, forward and up, and that's basically it. It actually worked in conjunction with the NES controller, as you would still need something to fire. So you would plug your NES controller right in here. Let's see how it works. First things first. This controller was made by the company LJN, who's responsible for such crappy games such as Nightmare on Elm Street and Back to the Future. Also, technically, I'm not supposed to be using this thing, as it only supports 100 pounds, and it definitely feels like it's supposed to. It's really lightweight, and it's made out of pretty cheap plastic. So let's see how it works with some games. The two games we're going to test the Roland Rocker with are Kung Fu and Rad Racer. Basically, a racing game and an action game. I figured this would be a good way to test the Roland Rocker. Let's play. Now in Kung Fu, you have the ability to walk left, right, duck, and jump by using the D-pad. So you have to move yourself accordingly on the board to reflect this. In Kung Fu, you're mostly tilting the Roland Rocker in one direction, with having to tilt the other directions when enemies come up behind you. This is where the Roland Rocker really fails. Changing direction is extremely awkward feeling, and doing precise movements is definitely not easy on this thing. The thing is wobbly as hell, and you feel like a drunkard when you're on it, as well as a dork. When using Rad Racer, again, the same problem comes into play, especially since you're constantly changing directions in the game. I kept hitting the down direction while playing the game, which resulted in the music constantly changing. To make it more difficult, you have to hold up in Rad Racer to use the turbo, so leaning forward and moving left and right at the same time on the Roller Rocker wasn't an easy task. So mostly, I kept crashing into stuff. Overall, the controller is fun for about 5 minutes, and after that, you'll basically be begging for a real controller. Can I really recommend this product? Not really. But it's kind of cool to look back on as a retrospective piece, if you will. With the advent of the Nintendo Wii Fit board coming out, it's kind of cool to know that there was actually a fairly similar product way back then. It actually might have even been cooler back then. But who knows? Well, that wraps up our first episode of Sold Separately. Be sure to tune back for some more episodes, and until next time, later.